Thanksgiving is here. And if you're a musician, a singer, a performer, there's a lot more to be thankful than you and I probably realize. In a world where life and gigs can be stressful, gear breaks down, and we often feel like we're not doing enough, it's easy to forget this one simple truth, and we're pretty lucky for it. Music is a gift, and so is the chance that we have to share it. Welcome back to Danny Robertson Music, where we're helping you be the performer that you are meant to be. I'm Danny Robertson. Thanks for joining me as always. This week, we're talking about some reasons why musicians like you and I can be thankful and how we can take that gratitude into our performances, into our music, into our community, and into our lives. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm thankful for is the music itself. Music has been a changing and guiding thing in my life. When things are going well, I turn to music. When things are not going well, I turn to music. Music is both a bringer of joy and a source of therapy. I can't tell you how many times I have come down here on a good day or a bad day and sat at this keyboard and just played for the fun of playing. I'm not worried about practicing scales, and I'm not worried about creating this masterpiece of music that I record or perform live. I'm just doing it for my own soul. I think a lot of us as musicians do that because it is a source of joy for us. So on this Thanksgiving week, remember that music itself is a gift. We're some of the privileged ones. We're some of the lucky ones. We got to be exposed to music, and it has made us better human beings because of it. The second reason that I'm thankful is that you and I as musicians, we have the ability to move people emotionally. We impact people's lives, sometimes whether we realize it or not. We do things like perform shows. In those shows, we energize people, we lift them up. We sometimes connect with them very emotionally. There have been many occasions where I have been approached by someone that I did not know who happened to see me at a particular performance, and that they had so much fun. They enjoyed being involved in that performance. I had one experience where I was at a polling location where I was voting in an election, and I was recognized by one gentleman. He had enjoyed watching me perform, and he asked me what I was doing now, and I said I was playing in this other band, and a completely different person recognized me from that band. So I was recognized and thanked by both of these individuals for having done shows that they had so much fun at. And it was for two different bands from two different experiences. I had a different experience where I was recognized at an airport at 5 a.m. while I was holding my child in my arms. And this person came up to me and said, "Excuse me, are you Danny from so-and-so band?" This was in a different city. We were 2 hours away from where I lived, and this person had recognized me from a performance and said that they had had such a fun experience seeing me perform and wanted to say something, even though it was 5 o'clock in the morning in a completely different part of the world. What we get to do with our music and our stage performances can truly impact people. We can make them laugh. We can make them cry. We can make them have a great time. We can give them experiences to remember. It's a great reason to be thankful. The third reason I'm thankful, and we probably don't think about this, but music gives us a community. We play in bands. We play with other musicians. Because of music, we are friends. We are family. We are brothers and sisters in our musical journeys. Even the people that are at the venues that we play with, the people that run sound for us, the bartenders, the servers, the owners of the venues, we get to connect with them and have a community with them because we play music. I feel extremely privileged to currently play with a band that has roughly 33 regular members and probably about 40 when you add in people that come in occasionally. It's a great group to be a part of. I get to play with musical people every week of the year, and we get to create some amazing experiences for the people that are watching us. Because we are musicians, singers, performers, we're never as alone as we think. There's always someone there that has our back. The next reason I'm thankful is because as a musician, you and I have the stage, whether that is a bar, a wedding gig, a tour, your school, the coffee shop, a live stream, even performing in your own living room for your family and friends. It all counts. I've said for years that people listen to us best when you're talking through a microphone. You and I have that. We're very lucky for that. Getting to perform on any stage is a privilege. Even this YouTube video, I am talking to you as a musician and performer that I personally relate to you, and we get to enjoy it together. We get to do those shows. We get to make connection with people. We have that stage. Be thankful for it. The last thing I'm thankful for is the fact that as musicians, as performers, we have this chance to inspire others. When I started having children, I told myself that I was not going to force them into learning music. There's nothing wrong with doing that if you're a parent. In fact, if you want to encourage your child to have some discipline and some desire to better themselves, I encourage you to encourage them to do music. However, in the case of my family, I knew that if I pushed too hard to encourage my kids to do music, they would totally rebel against it and not do it at all. So I wanted them to find the love of it for themselves. And so far, that seems to be the case. My oldest has picked up the trumpet and has been learning trumpet for about a year now, and recently has asked me about how to play certain songs that I play live on stage with a horn line. Things like Uptown Funk. My child wants to learn how to play that, so we've shown the notes and everything like that. I feel so lucky in the fact that most of the time, I don't even have to push for that. My kids see me perform live on stage, and they've seen what it does to my spirit. They've seen what it does to the people around them while they're watching the shows, and they've found a love for it themselves. Not many young kids know songs like September by Earth, Wind and Fire, but because of their exposure to it through seeing me perform live, they have found a love for it. A lot of my friends are music teachers, and they get to show the next generation of musicians. And that does not just mean kids. That means sometimes older adults who have found music later in life. As musicians, our story can encourage someone else's musical journey. Through our own struggles, our own growth, we can inspire others to grow as musicians and as human beings. It's a true privilege, and for that, I'm thankful, and I hope you are as well. So this week, as many of us are celebrating Thanksgiving, I want you to take a moment to remember how far you've come as a musician and think about the people that you've touched along the way. You and I have a gift that we've been given. We have a voice. We have the music. And that's a gift that we can share. And the world is a better place because you and I are willing to share it. So that's it for this week. To those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. I hope you have some great gigs coming up. Don't forget that if you want to better yourself in your music and your performance, and you want to learn how to really, really connect with your audience and make your performances into something so unforgettable that people talk about it for years to come check us out at Danny Robertson Music. I encourage you to share this video with other musicians that you know, because somebody needs to hear it. The fact that we get to do music, it is a gift that we get to share. So that's it for this week. Best of luck on your next performance, and I'll see you soon. Take care.